Okay, this is lesson 14, multi-step ratio problems. Most of your work is going to be done on your worksheet. You might want to have your journal available just to write some additional notes down, but the majority of this is just to practice several different types of problems on your worksheet, and the video is here to provide you with the answers. Alright, so in this lesson we will solve multi-step ratio problems including fractional markdowns, fractional commissions, fees, and discounts. And problems with similar context but applying percent concepts will be seen in modules 2 and 4. So we will be revisiting percents later on. Alright, so looking at your lesson worksheet, example 1. This lesson has to do with the business advertising, and businesses will create an advertisement that will encourage consumers, which are persons buying items, to come to their business in order to purchase their products. Many businesses subscribe to the idea that if a consumer thinks that he or she is saving money, then the consumer will be more motivated to purchase the product. So how will we determine the sales prices with a discount rate of 1/4 off the original price of the shirt and 1/4 off the original price of the shoes? Remember that of in mathematics is an operational word for multiply most of the time, but in this case it is. So in order to figure this out, the discount price is going to be equal to the original price minus the rate times the original price. Again, the rate being the 1/4. 1/4 for every $1 is being charged. It's out of $4, you're taking $1 off. A note of caution: a common error that many people may find the amount of the discount and forget to subtract it from the original price. Again, this all goes to reading the question. Sometimes they want to know how much the discount is, but in these particular problems they want to know what the new price is going to be. So there are many ways to show your work for this problem. Go ahead and try to show your work for part A and then check your answer by continuing the video. Alright, so let's take a look at some different ways of answering this question. And there's 3 methods presented here. You can use a tape diagram. You can subtract 1/4 of the price from the original price. So again, this is what was being said earlier. 40 minus 1/4 of 40 would be 40 minus 10, which is 30. The tape diagram, if we can take $40 and split it into 4 groups of 10, then that means 1/4 off means that we remove $10 and that gives us $30. Or we can find the fractional part of the price being paid by subtracting 1/4 of the price from 1 whole. Well, if the original price is representing the whole thing, then that would be 1 minus 1/4 of it is 3/4, so 3/4 of 40 is $30. So just like part A, there are many ways to show your work for this problem. Go ahead and try part B, and then again continue the video to check your answer. Alright, so for part B, the same thing. We have 3 different methods here. So if you're taking 1/3 off the sales price of the pants and it's $33, well then you could split 33 into 3 equal parts of $11. Take one of those thirds off, which means you're going to have $22. Or method 2, use the given rate again. Here's the original price, 33, minus 1/3 of the original price, which is 11, and 33 minus 11 is 22. Or the third way, again, subtract the rate from 1, because 1 represents the whole price. So 1 minus 1/3 is 2/3, and 2/3 times 33 is $22. So either one of these ways you can do it, as long as you get the answer of $22. Alright, so go ahead and try example 2 on your lesson worksheet. Generate an equation that would find the commission for the salesperson. Go ahead and try it and then continue the video and let's see what you get. Alright, so for Big Al's used cars, we would have 1/12 of the sales price is what he gets in commission. So if the sale of the car is $21,999, we multiply that by 1/12, and that gives us $1,833.25. So for selling a $21,000 or almost $22,000 car, the salesperson gets almost $2,000 for his efforts, which makes sense. That sounds like it's 1/12 of the price. All right, go ahead and do an example 3. Generate equations that would find the markup, discount, and profit. When you're done with this, go ahead and continue the video to check your answers. All right, so you have done example 3. So here's how you would find the markup. Again, the original price plus 1/3 of the original price. Or you can do, if it's 1 here, we can count that as 1 1/3. So $2,400 times 1 1/3 of the price would give us $3,200. And that would make sense if the new price is going to be bigger than or more than, then it would make sense to multiply it by a improper fraction called 4/3 in this case. If we're doing a markdown, we can again do this way, either 3,200 minus 1/5 of 3,200, or that would be 1 minus 1/5, which is 4/5. So we could do it that way. And this tells us that the new price is $2,560, which would make sense if the price should be lower. Then $2,560 is less than $3,200. And then the profit, we would just subtract the new price from the original price, or I'm sorry, the new price from the original price, and the profit would be $160. All right, for example 4, generate equations that would find the original price. Once you've done that, go ahead and continue the video. All right, so for example 4, if the motorcycle dealer paid a certain price and marked it up by 1/5, later he sold it for $14,000, what was the original price? So again, we have the original price, which we don't know. We do know that it's marked up by 1/5, so that's going to give us 6/5 of the original price. So if we have 6/5 of the original price is equal to $14,000, then what we end up essentially doing is multiplying by 5/6. So, or dividing if you want to consider it that, 6/5 divided by 6/5, and 14,000 divided by 6/5, but again, because we invert and multiply, we're going to end up multiplying 14,000 by 5/6. And this would make sense because if the original price was $11,666.67 and it's been marked up, then we know the new price is going to be more than the original price. So that would make sense. All right, so let's go ahead and summarize. Name at least 2 methods to use to find the solution to a fractional markdown problem. Well, we can find the fractional part of the markdown and subtract it from the original price. Or we can use a tape diagram to determine how much value each part represents and then subtract the fractional part from the whole. Compare and contrast a commission and a discount price. While the commission and the discount price are both fractional parts of a whole, the difference between them is that the commission is found by multiplying the commission rate times the sale, while the discount is the difference between one and the fractional discount multiplied by the original price. So they almost sound like they are the same, but in one case you're finding a new price for the discounted price, and for a commission you're finding the part of the original price that is going to be the commission. All right, we'll see you in class.